everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Elisa Dome with Elisa Dome's Crochet, and today I got a yarn order. It's just a very small order. I ordered this off of eBay. I got this one and one more, so I'm still waiting on the other one to come in, but I got chose for a pattern test, so I needed this yarn to complete the pattern test. So I'm going to open it, show y'all what I ordered. Alright, so this is what I got. It is the Bernat Blanket Blush Pink. And this is the lighter pink that I like to use for whenever I do like the Oaken Morlow, her bunny, and her mouse and her bear, the ballerinas. So it's the Brie Mouse ballerina, but I use that mod also for some of the bunnies and some of the bears. Y'all have seen, or if you've watched my other videos, then you've seen some of the other videos where I've used this to make the little tutus. And so I needed this, but I also, on the pattern test that I'm doing, it's for Delon with Lauren Dot Crochet. I got picked again to pattern test for her again. And it's called Fat Winged Friends. And so you make a love bug, a ladybug, and a bee. And so I have been working on that. And so I needed this for the love bug, because the love bug in her pattern is mostly pinks. So I'm going to use this. And then I have some variegated yarn that I'm also going to use that I got gifted to me to make the body. So I thought this would be good for the head and for the legs and the arms. And I'm going to use the other for the body. And then I'm going to probably use white for the wings. I haven't completely decided on the wings yet, but I think I'm going to use the white for the wings. So, but this Bernat blanket, I have been out of it for a little while, and I really like to use the lighter pink. So this is the yarn that I'm going to be using for the body. It's like I said, it's a variegated yarn that I got gifted to me. It is a huge thing of yarn, y'all. Look how big this cake is. But it is so pretty. Mimi Makes Keepsakes gifted this to me. So this is a starting of one of the little bunnies that I've made. I'm actually also out of this darker pink color here. This is called Tan Pink. And so I've got to get some more of it so I can finish the body. And of course I've already used the lighter pink color to make the tutu and to make her ballerina slippers. But this was all of the lighter pink yarn that I had, and I'm out of it. So that's why I ordered this. And like I said, also to do the pattern test. So I did get the bee done. And this one is called Riley Bee. And so I've got the bee completed. Isn't it cute? The little pink cheeks. I embroidered the eyes. The bee turned out so cute. Riley Bee. And so now that I've got this and the big cake, I can start working on the love bug. And then all I'll have left to do is the ladybug. Let me see if I can fix this. I fixed it and it keeps falling down. There we go. The other thing that I had been working on that y'all seen me start on is the Dusty the Dragon, the Mama Made Minis Dusty Dragon Snuggler. And I've got, y'all seen me get the head made already, and this is as far as I've got on the body. I'm out of yarn. I have ordered some more of this terracotta and Bernat Baby Blanket. This is Bernat Baby Blanket here. And so I've ordered some more of this terracotta. It also should be in either today or tomorrow. And then I can finish this Dusty the Dragon Snuggler by Mama Made Minis. So that's what I've been working on. Just a couple of little projects. Just trying to get some stuff crocheted and done. So I'm going to get started on this other little ladybug, and we'll talk later. So I got my other that I've been waiting on, my other yarn package. It's just one skein of the terracotta from Bernat Blanket. Let me open it. but it's the terracotta that I've been waiting on to finish up my Dusty Dragon. So now I can get to work on that. Hey y'all, I'm back again. So I wanted to show y'all some things that we are taking to the coffee shop today. I'm going to take all of my Easter makes that I've made recently to the coffee shop. I only have about 10 items there because I've sold some of my items. So I'm trying to keep around 15 to 20 items in the shop, so I will have plenty of inventory to sell. And so I have sold a few things, and so I am filling it up today. So once I get everything in stock, they will be about 20 items altogether. So let me show y'all some of the things that I'm taking. So I have 2 more of the little Beth bunnies. One is this purple with a hair bow, and then I have this blue one for a boy without the hair bow. They both have their little carrots, and so I'm taking them down there. And then I'm taking the 2 little hatching carrots that I made. I'm taking this other little ballerina bear. Now all of these that I just showed y'all is by Oak and Marlowe. All of these are the Oak and Marlowe Fable Friends. And this is the itty bitty bunny and the hatching carrot. So the hatching carrot is free on Joycelyn's blog, but the itty bitty bunny is a paid pattern, as well as the Fable Friends are also paid patterns. And now the ballerina is the mod that come from her Brie Mouse. I did the Finn Bear and the Brie Mouse together, basically is what I did. I have these 2 bunnies here, which was a pattern test that I did for Delon with Lauren.Crochet that I'm taking down there to be a little bit more for boys. So they're both with blue overalls. One's got the darker blue, one has the lighter blue, and I just thought, you know what, I needed more boy items. And then I'm taking the big flower bunny down there, which was a pattern test. And then this was free pattern on Instagram, this bunny that I did, and I'm going to go ahead and take it down there. And then this was a reset stitching into spring make that I did, part of the the crochet along. This was a little lamb that I made as part of that, and I will put the information up here for the lamb. I decided to do the lamb in black. I didn't have a whole lot of any browns or tans or anything like that, and the tan that I did have, I think, is the rest of the Premier Basic Chenille Brights, the steel cut oats, and I needed that for the pink teddy bear that I started making. And I'm trying to get some of my whips finished. I have the pink teddy bear in pajamas that I've got to finish with the steel cut oats, and then I have the Dusty, the dragon snuggler that y'all just seen on here that I'm fixing to finish. And then I've got to finish the pattern test, and then I started working on a giraffe, which is also a free Instagram pattern, a while back ago, and I have it partway finished. I need to finish it, and also the other Beth bunny with the Brie Mouse ballerina mod. So I've got a lot of whips that I've got to finish up. But this was my most recent make. It, like I said, it was part of that stitching into spring cowl that I did, and it had a lot of bobble stitches for the hair. I really liked that. This sheep or lamb pattern here is a snuggler, just like my snuggler pattern, but it is completely different the way she makes it. I really like the face, how she did the face on this lamb, and so I chose to go ahead and do this because I really, really liked this. Also, this was the Dorito the duck that I did as part of that stitching into spring, and I'm also going to take it to the coffee shop as well. So I'm going to be taking some of my business cards and leaving them down there just in case anyone from the coffee shop, you know, may want a custom order or something like that, I do custom orders. And I also sell some of my items on my Ko-fi shop. So I have items on my Ko-fi shop that if it's not sold already at the coffee house, I can go take it from the coffee house and send it out as an order like I've done before. This is my little helper, y'all. See Brownie? Brownie wants to help. She wants to be in the video today. Say, hey, Brownie. Tell everybody hello. She's really shy, but she is the sweetest baby. She is just the sweetest baby. She's a mama's baby, if y'all can't tell. She is just the lovingest little thing. Let me tell y'all what she's trying to do. I have a pillow that's propping up this tablet because the case that I have on this tablet, I've told y'all before that the case is very annoying because it will not stay standing up. And so I have a pillow that's propping up my tablet, and she's trying to sit / lay on the pillow that I have because she loves to lay on my pillows. And I try to get her to not lay on my pillows because I don't like all the doggy hair on the pillows, but she loves to lay on pillows. So that's what she's doing. She's right now sitting on the pillow that's propping up my tablet. So they can't see you just waving like that. He said he would just wave.
My face swelled up real bad.
His face is swollen.
Yeah, it's swelled up.
So anyway, but
Old sugar monster got me.
yeah, Brownie, she loves to give sugars. She's the sweetest little thing. She was our rescue doggy.
Oh, you hear that, Macy? You the sweetest little thing.
And then we have Macy, our other little queen dog. She's sitting over here. She's the daddy's baby. And Brownie's a mama's baby.
So spoiled the drugstore seeing dog food home.
Snacks. I'm back, y'all. It's been another couple of days. And so this was the teddy bear in the pajamas that I was talking about. I've got to finish its head. I've got to do the muzzle, the ears, and just finish, you know, the face, the embroidery on the face. I got more of the Steel Cut Oats yarn. And so I'm going to be finishing that today. I have been working on this love bug, as that's the pattern test that I'm doing. And I've got to finish the head. I've got to put the antennas on, and I've got to do the wings and sew the wings on. And then I have to make the ladybug. I haven't made the ladybug. So I'm trying to decide. I don't know. I did change the body color. I did not like that other yarn was very thick. It was hard to work with. It was a lot thicker than this yarn, and I didn't realize that at first, that it was a lot thicker. So I went with this here's the Burnett blanket frosting, and so I went with it, and it matches real good too. I've got this purple here that I thought about using. I'm just going to do the embroidery of the face and let that be that. I am still out of those 10 or 12 to 16 millimeter safety eyes. I still haven't ordered them. I have them marked in my Amazon, but I haven't gotten them yet. So I am hopefully gonna be able to sell some of my things at the coffee shop, and then I can use some of that money to buy my safety eyes. So I try not to buy a whole lot of stuff unless I have money in my crochet account. With that being said, I've got to do this, and then I finished the body and the legs on Dusty the Dragon, and I have been working on the tail. I've got just a little bit of the tail started. I've started on it. I've only got this much on the tail started, but I have started it. But I've got to do the tail and the little spikes on the tail and the wings, and then Dusty will be completed, so I'm working on that. And then probably about 8 months ago, I started making this giraffe, and I quit working on it because put this in a bag and then completely forgot about it. Well, I was going through some of my yarn and I found it and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to finish that. I have yarn that matches this that I can finish it, and so I had only got the head, and I don't know if these are the arms or the legs. I've got to find the pattern. This was a free Instagram pattern. I'm pretty sure that I have this saved in my Instagram, so I've got to find that, and so I got a pretty good bit of work to do on this, so this will probably be one of the last things that I work on. Crocheting fun. I'm just having fun with it. I'm trying to just stay busy and have fun with it and not really, you know, I'm kind of all over the place, I guess you would say, but the first thing I'm going to do is the pattern test, because that's number one, is getting the pattern test. This again is for Delon with Lauren.crochets, and it's her fat winged friends, and I will put up a picture up here again to show y'all the fat winged friends. The pattern test ends on the 30th, and then it will release Tuesday the 31st. So if y'all were interested in buying her pattern, she will have it for sale. You can go on her Instagram page, and I believe she has a link to where you can go and buy her pattern. And so again, this is the love bug, this is the bee, and then I've got to make the ladybug. We'll get to work. So I've got to make the ladybug now. And so I've got to find my black that I want to use. I have two different types of black. I have a Bernat blanket, and then I have a Mainstays from Walmart. But I'm not going to use the Walmart. I'm going to use the Bernat blanket because it is just a little bit easier for me to use. And so the other black, I primarily, I've used it before to make a ladybug in the past with, and while I really liked it and it was okay to work with, I just really, really, really want to use this other because it just kind of matches, I guess, the theme that I've been using. I've been using a lot of Bernat blanket and Bernat baby blanket yarns lately. Got to put all my yarns up that I'm not using, that I'm through with. Let's finish his tail and his wings because that's all that I have to do on him, and he will be finished. So, and then the next thing in the Mama Made Meanies book is a unicorn, but I don't know if I want to do that because there's all different sorts of things in that book that I want to do. And so I had thought about going in order, and I may still go in order, but that unicorn, I really wanted more white yarn, and I don't have any more of the white yarn. I have just a tiny bit, and it is not nearly enough to start on that unicorn. And I really wanted some really bright colors, and so I think I'm going to wait and do the unicorn later. And I think I'm going to probably work on either the frog or the fox because I have a whole big thing of this left, and I know I can probably do the fox with this. So my nephew absolutely loves foxes, and he loves foxes. And I made him the Oak and Marlowe Fable Friend Fox for Christmas, and he really loved that. So there's a lot of people that loves the foxes, and so I think that I'm going to do the fox next. Either the fox or, like I said, the frog, because I have plenty of yarn that can be for that. So let me put some of this yarn up, and I'll get to work on some of this other stuff. I've already got started on it. I've got the 2 bobbles on there, and so okay, so I've got the tail made, And so now all I've got to do is sew it on to the dragon, and that's what I'm fixing to do now. I got my needles. I keep my needles in this little buttons thing. Anyway. Alright, so I've got the tail sewed on, and now I'm going to be working on the wings. And you see that didn't take me very long, about 17 minutes, if that. A lot of that was sewing. I sewed it around, I think like I went around 2 or 3 times to get it sewed on good. And then I knotted it at the bottom, and then I knotted it up here, and then I just wove the rest of it in. I like to do that when I'm sewing something big on like this, and that can just kind of keep it secured more, so you know that it's not coming off, especially if this is going to a little one like a baby. So you really want to make sure that you knot it. That's why when I sew the arms on, I pull them both back together and I knot it real good, and then I sew it back in and I knot it and weave it on back in. So put it in their mouth or something, because babies chew on things, toddlers, they chew on things, and so we want it to be as safe as possible. Now this does have safety eyes, and I do put a little tag with my plushies that says hazardous for children 3 and under. Adult supervision is required because it can pose a choking hazard. So I do put that with it, and it's also on my price tags that it's a choking hazard. So they have a couple of different things that says that, because I want it to be, you know, I want them to be aware, and I want safety first. So okay, so let's work on the wings, then Dusty Dragon will be done. So Dusty Dragon is complete. He's got his wings. He's got his tail. And he is looking fantastic. I really like this little dragon. He turned out so adorable. Simply stunning. Simply amazing. Oh, he is just... oh, just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful dragon. Beautiful dragon snuggler. Look how stunning this dragon is, y'all. This was so fun to make. Just so fun to make. I really love this book. Again, this is out of the Knotted Loveys, the Mama Made Minis. Yes, 16 heirloom amigurumi crochet patterns by Allison Dratch and Lindsay McNutt, creators of the Mama Made Minis. And so, y'all, if y'all don't have this book, go get this book. You can get it from Amazon. You can get it from the Mama Made Minis Etsy page, Etsy store. But y'all, you get a lot of bang for your buck. I really thought this book was going to be way more expensive than what it was. It's a great price. It's such a great price. Like I said, I got this for Christmas. I've linked it in a video before, but I will link it again in this video from Amazon. If you don't have this book, go get it, because I'm telling you, really, really great patterns. Amazing, beautiful, stunning patterns. They outdid themselves. I gotta say, I'm loving making these. So it's so much fun. Okay, so now I gotta figure out what else to do. I don't know if I want to go ahead and make the ladybug. The other thing that I found that I didn't bring in here that I had started working on that I completely forgot about was another dragon, and it's a pink dragon. But I have a big problem with that. I'll start stuff and I'll either run out of yarn or I'll get busy doing something, a test or whatever, and I'll put it in a bag and I'll completely forget about it. So just have the head and part of the body. But this is I can't even remember. Maybe I got this dragon off of Instagram and it was free. I can't remember. I don't remember a pattern for this, so I'm thinking that this was a free Instagram pattern. So I'm gonna have to go back and see if I can find it, because I put really pretty eyes. They're pink sparkly eyes, and I have a ton of this yarn, so I really need to work on that as well. So I'm trying to get some of these whips done, and so I'll probably just go ahead and finish this teddy bear. I don't think I'll get it done on this video. I'll probably wind up doing this and the that other dragon and this, and maybe the other ladybug on the next video, because this video is getting pretty long. We'll see. We'll see. If I get it completed, I'll add it on here, but if not, I'll see y'all next time. Okay, friends? Thank y'all. Hey, y'all. So I did not get the ladybug done. I got the feet, or the legs, the arms, and one wing. So that's all I've got done on the ladybug. I still have to do the other wing. I have to put the spots on the wings, and I have to do the body and the head and the antennas. So it's going to take me a little bit, and so that is going to be on the next week's video. The pattern test is not due anyway until Monday, and then she's releasing her pattern on Tuesday. So today is Thursday, and this video is supposed to come out tomorrow, which is Friday. So I am still working on editing this video. So if y'all are watching it, this is Thursday afternoon. So, but this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you watched to the end and you liked this video, give me a thumbs up emoji. I hope that you've been enjoying all of my content. Like my video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my video. I'm so excited my channel's growing. I'm up to 67 subscribers, y'all. That's so amazing. I am just so in awe. I am extremely thankful for everyone that has subscribed to my channel, that has supported me, promoted me in any way. It's just, I'm just beyond words thankful. So thankful for everything, y'all. Until next time, we'll see y'all.